here. The last for the opponent's result.
So you wish to remove the opponents?
Of course, it is a draw in this case. It is not half zero, something like this. If a player for the third time makes an illegal move, this was always the rule, then, and he cannot win by any series of if a player makes an illegal move, and the opponent cannot win by any series of legal moves, then the game is drawn.
Yes.
There's only one exception, with the cell phone. There is an exception.
Yeah.
And
where you hit something.
And I think we have to delete the word opponent. I don't know how it came in. Okay, probably I wrote
it is a big.
but it's wrong. Okay?
So that deletes that last sentence.
Yes. No, no, no.
No, just that
No,
word.
no, 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 no. Only opponent we have to delete.
Because you wish to...
Yes?
If you're not seeing Article 6.9, though, the opponent's result is still unclear. It could be a win for the opponent.
No.
No, if we just
You know,
take
the situation is I make for the first time, for the third time an illegal move. Then the arbiter declares the game lost for me and
Yes.
win for the opponent.
Yes.
But if the opponent has, for instance, only a bare king, how can he win? How can he deserve a full point? In that case, the game will be declared a draw by the arbiter. This is
You mean half-half instead of 0-half?
half-half, yes.
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 It was already.
Okay.
It was always like this.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
But 4 years ago is not like this. It was really 0 half point. But
No,
4
no,
years
no,
ago
no,
we
no,
changed
no,
it.
no, not for illegal moves. Only in case of a phone was ringing.
I think
No, no.
4 years ago we
So,
changed it.
sorry, Igor, we had this discussion once. You remember when you quoted something from the handbook? You remember?
Only
Okay.
it concerns bad behavior or something like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. That is, but I think it's more clear with the opponent's results. For arbiter, I mean,
No,
because
but-
for me it doesn't matter,
but
you know.
Then you open the door for the result half zero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
Going away from the illegal moves, because that's just illegal moves.
That has happened. Half zero.
So,
Half zero, because of that, because of the opponent's result, half zero has been awarded. I know examples of this.
yes, but not because of illegal moves.
Yeah.
Not because of illegal.
This is
move.
only about illegal moves.
Only telephone call or bad behavior.
Yes, if somebody hits his opponent, and
It's true.
he only has a bare king.
Larry's saying she has seen it happen for
Yes.
illegal moves in the tournament.
Oh, did you say that?
Yes.
Look what is written in
Yes.
6.9. However, the game is drawn 6.9, it is now in front of you, if the position is such that the opponent cannot checkmate the player's king by any possible series of legal moves. This is the rule we had always.
It's clear.
I think it would be clearer if you repeat the whole sentence in 7.5, however the game,
Well,
by any
yes.
possible.
You may be right, let's look at that.
Yeah,
That's only cosmetic.
yes, but I think it's
Personally, I
clear.
prefer
Yes, you avoid
on
complication.
each point to repeat this.
It's only
sentence.
one sentence.
It is only one
Yes,
sentence.
yes.
Yes.
But
I
it's
think
the
that-
only other place I think it appears.
No, I think you'll find other places.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Can we agree to this that we repeat
Yes.
on all appropriate places?
To be clear, yes.
Yes.
That's clear. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Means we.
The sentence is not much
Okay.
longer than however.
I found it last night and I was
Yeah, okay.
really shocked. Then Franca was ordered to make a proposal regarding 8.4. Here is the proposal. Then we split 8.4 in A and B. A is simple. If the players have additional time, 30 seconds or more added with each move, they are required to record the move during the whole game.
And required what?
To record the moves. Here, look, no, it is, what we can put here. This was discussed yesterday.
We remove one.
Yes, we've done it in the alternate, but not done it in
We
the...
split it, and now
Yes.
if a player has less than 5 minutes,
And,
yes, this is,
yes,
okay?
yes.
Agreed?
Yeah. We had,
Mrs. Long,
What is the penalty for a player who doesn't record the time? Because players very often, especially when the position is totally lost or totally winning, they just stop the game.
13.9.
it depends how tolerant the arbiter is, but penalties are listed in Article 13.9. He can, for instance, start with the arbiter with a warning and a second warning, and after the second warning, he can declare the game lost for this player. This is a possibility.
We had an alternate suggestion, which is not in your... Perhaps that was rejected on Sunday. If a player has less than 5 minutes left on his clock, that has been in the rules for a very, very long time. But somebody or other suggested it be 2 minutes.
It was mentioned.
Oh, it was mentioned. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. So that was decided on.
A little bit too late, but I mentioned it.
As long as it was decided.
8.6b, I think there was a wish to add while his clock is still running. If on, sorry, Carol.
I'm sorry, just on this, it's a minor correction or a suggestion. Rather than whole game, you should write entire game, because we usually use the word entire in other places.
Where are you talking about?
Okay, and I understand. 8.4.
Yeah.
During the whole game, and what do you like?
Well, we usually say entire game.
Entire game.
Entire.
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you.
Any difference?
No, it's just...
Entire, okay.
Got a full stop at the end.
Well,
Yeah, well,
never
that'll
ends.
probably...
Okay.
True.
8.6b, there was a wish to add while his clock is still running, or something like this. If one player has to update the score sheet. In my opinion, there was no need for it, but okay, to make it very clear.
No, it just says that because in A, it says the arbiter still stop the clocks, because if both flags are down and both players have stopped running, they stop the clock. But
Yeah.
so in this case, only one player needs to
Yes.
update his score sheet, so I
And
suggest that we,
no, there was a wish to add that he has to update his score sheet in his own time.
yes.
Having the need. Okay. Keep going.
Only one remark, in this case, move counter is not possible to use, or it should be changed, because it's possible to make starting ones move without moving.
Nothing to do with it.
I didn't understand what you said.
Please.
It shouldn't affect it.
Well, you've gone past what you did. Did you just say it? I didn't understand.
Later.
Later.
Yeah.
Patom. Yeah, patom.
What about this thing about the opponent? Is that good?
No, it's
Not so I just delete.
yes, but we can do it after.
No, I understand that. As long
Could we do 9.1?
Sorry?
have we
8.1? 8.1?
9-1. Is anybody anything before?
I think we finished yesterday 9.1.
Then he wants to raise it again.
Okay.
Okay, the first rule, A.
Yes.
Sometimes during while we are making the rules, I think we have to make in general short sentences and to be more clear, because sometimes some arbiters, and not all, for example, for A, we had a question that for A, they said that is it whole the game? Because it says then it specified number of moves or at all. They understand that all the game, number of games, the number of moves or all the game, without the constant of the arbiter, they cannot make draw.
Yes. So you're saying this sentence is unclear?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want, it's not for this meeting to be able to, you don't want any change in the rule, you just want the
No, just
wording
it's an example that comes to me a
To
question.
clarify.
to clarify.
Yes,
Okay. Can you leave it outside the meeting because we would never come to an agreement quickly about such a thing? And just speak
To make it clear, just
Yes.
or at all is misleading. Somebody can
yes,
think
yes.
not at all,
Yes.
or okay,
Okay.
or even at any moment.
Consider,
This is-
consider word.
Yes.
This is okay. Thank you very much.
Consider word.
I will make a note.
It's a long sentence.
Just
Uh,
to make better wording, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I put that in gold.
No, it's A. A, not B.
But okay, this is not so important. I know what it means. There. Okay. If I can-
My version, right,
Okay.
put it in gold. Okay.
Then, last night, I thought... sorry.
Small point. I think the 1, 2 and 3 in 9.1, they should be Roman 1, 2 and 3. It would look a little better.
Rome.
So
Yeah, not
capital, do you want capital 1,
No, no.
I,
No, no.
capital I,
Want to
I?
change
one
this
little
one
I, 2 little I's, 3 little I's.
in B.
Instead of,
Okay.
yes, that's not
Okay.
important.
Probably I have to do it on many places in this case. Yeah. I have only a question about 9.5. It came up to my mind last night. If the claim is found to be incorrect, the arbiter shall add 2 minutes to the opponent's remaining thinking time.
9.5.
Then 9.5b is there. Then the game shall continue. If the claim was based on an intended move, this move must be made. But in my opinion, provided it was a legal move. I think we have to add it.
Okay.
And then my question is, double penalty because a wrong claim and a legal move. Okay, this was more than a joke. But I think we have to add it, provided it was legal. No?
But
Yeah.
Sorry?
Well,
you know,
It's obvious, we don't need this.
I think it is just a
I
moment.
think we don't need to leave this.
Yeah, it already says in accordance with Articles 3 and 4, which
May I
defines
say?
legal
Yes.
moves.
Andre?
You know, I think it is obvious, because if you repeat twice and you propose something to repeat third time, it is legal, must be legal, because all the previous moves were legal. So the third time, you know.
Everything can
Rika?
I mean, I agree, and we are claiming that the position is repeated for the third time, not that for, I mean, we are talking about a move. If I repeat that position with an illegal move, I mean, it may happen. So
But there's
the
a with Article 3 and 4.
Okay.
According to 3 and 4.
And before it was written, and it should be made according to Article 4.2 and to 4.6. I think
Yeah.
this is also nonsense because it is even possible that the arbiter makes his move.
Yeah.
yes. So, but
He thinks the arbiter can't make an illegal move.
It's possible.
It's not necessary, but
With,
can be.
with one illegal move, you reach to the position that happened before with legal move.
If you have illegal moves 3 times.
No,
surely you
not
can pay
not
the
move,
bill.
not move. No, you had
Okay.
a position that happened before, and now with one illegal move, you reach to that position again. That happened before with legal move.
Very clever.
No need to,
No
to
need,
add
no.
provided that. But
Good to
I
we
need-
can,
I see.
sorry, I think, but we can, it was before, must be made, and then in accordance with Articles 3 and 4. I think this is nonsense.
Okay. This we can deal in.
Article 4 says how you make the move. It is an intended move.
Just to finish in 10
Yeah.
minutes more, please.
Well, I think in Article 4 it said when you touch the piece, then you have to play it. So if you write an illegal move, then you have to play a move with the piece which you have written on the score sheet.
Yeah, okay.
So you,
Okay.
and then so you
This move must be made. And
Yeah.
even, it is touched already, even by writing the move.
yes.
And then we
So
don't...
you have to do it in accordance with Article 4.
I don't think so. Yeah?
When we've gone through and defined various things in the past, one of the debates that we had in Switzerland, of course, was previously we'd just say provided it was legal, and we thought we needed to make it more specific by specifying what that meant. And by specifying what that meant, we referred to Articles 3 and 4, and of course Article 3 specifically defines what a legal move is. So I'm not quite sure why we're not referring to Article 3 and 4 when we can in this case.
Because it's a repetition.
But it's a deliberate repetition to make things clearer. Just as we've now studied it.
Really, do you think it right to have a deliberate repetition of an illegal move?
No, that's...
No, it's reaching the third time a same position, and reaching it third time maybe by an illegal move.
No, but you can write down any
The
move.
first 2 times it appeared then illegal.
You can write down any move you claim. It doesn't have to even relate to your position. You just write the third move and then try and make it claim.
This was... the original text. Rico?
Well, just a question. But there is written somewhere that the move claiming the repetition of the position must be legal?
Yes.
Where? I'm just asking. Because we are required to check the position. Not I'm just asking.
But how is it possible for it to be
Oh, you know, it is not a repetition of moves, but a repetition of position.
We can reach
Yes,
it.
I will show you later.
maybe it's possible?
Igor?
I think I'm the only one composer here, so I shall show you later.
Okay.
Theoretically, it could be in another where it's 50 moves without test, but only theoretically because it's obvious. But it's already covered with another article. When you, for example, ask to decide this 3-time repetition and you see illegal move, it's intended, and you start to the previous article that it is 2 minutes just because of illegality. So it's what is the first? First, if it is illegal, it's covered already. But of course, it's possible.
No, but this was more or less a joke, the double punishment.
Yeah.
But we are talking only about 3 times the same position. What about the 50 moves? The move can be illegal.
Yeah, that would be possible.
German connection. Crowd. Yeah.
I think we don't need in Article 9 such definition, because if illegal move occurs, it's a special situation. And this special situation is covered by Article 7. And in all laws, in all articles, if they have a special case, this you have to use the article that covers this special case. And so in any case, if it's not, if illegal moves occurs, you have to look at Article 7, nowhere else. And so I'm deep convinced that we don't need any of these places to say that it must be a legal move. It's, but in my eyes,
it was
nonsense
already
to
written
add
because
such.
it was already written because
I know.
in accordance with Article 3. It means
I
legal.
was strict against all these supplements because I think it's enough to say it in Article 7.
Okay.
There seems to be a problem in the wording of 9.2. If you there is written position is the third time is about to appear if he first writes his move, which cannot be changed. But if it's an illegal move, it must be changed. So I think you should delete that.
No, I think that's referring to the move.
Or you will say, if he writes his move, which must be in accordance with, etc.
I think that actually refers to what is written on the score sheet, not the move that's to be played on the board. They can't cross the move out and write the second.
The writing cannot be changed.
Yes, the writing.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Anybody else? Okay, we keep it as it was.
Yes. Am I right? We've now added this shall, should thing. Where is it?
Well, 9 point.
Oh,
9.5.
sorry.
Is now.
No, it is complete something else. Is now if a player claims a draw under Article 9.2 or 9.3, he or the arbiter shall stop the chess clock. This is a solution.
Okay, that's a different solution. I haven't seen that. Okay, that's a new one. Okay, that's it.
I think it's reasonable.
No, that's reasonable. I understand.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to.
Okay. Now we go to 10. I guess we can go now to 10.2. In this case, this is new. If the player having the move has less than 2 minutes left on his clock, he may request that a time delay or cumulative time, Fischer or Bronstein or delay mode, of extra 5 seconds or something else, be introduced for both players if possible. When it is, wait a minute, when is it impossible, for instance, we have no clocks with increment. The clocks shall then be set with the extra time, the opponent shall be awarded 2 extra minutes, and the game shall continue. I think at the very end, the rarely do it first.
That's me. I'm just
No,
going to say.
no, behind you even.
I'm sorry, I was going to say, could you just
No,
put the
not
text
you.
behind
Not you. Behind you was another one who raised the center thing. No? Oh, sorry. Then you are.
Just another request like mine yesterday to put the
No,
text
can we-
at the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony wanted to.
That's all I was going to ask. I can't see the text when you're talking on
okay.
the bottom of the screen, so
No,
as
it's
high
better.
as possible.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Igor.
First of all, as a recommendation, it's already existed. 99 FIDE Congress in Qatar. There was written in minutes that if it's possible, it's possible to be introduced. That one thing. It's, now we transfer it from recommendation to the laws of chess. And second, and there is no my alternative here. And my alternative is it's no possible to do without being stated in tournament regulations. And my alternative was very close to it, but tournament regulations may provide that if a player having the move and so on and so forth. Because without mentioning in tournament regulations such possibility, I refuse to play in any tournament. But I come to the tournament and then I see that that could happen. If it is written before in tournament regulation, I'm prepared for it. The second amendment was about 5 seconds. My recommendation was, for example, 5 seconds. I don't know why it's not possible 10 seconds. But let's let it be, for example, 5 seconds. And the third was to delete last sentence. Because if it is written in tournament regulations, I don't know why I can be disturbed with this and to be added, and my opponent should have extra 2 minutes, because both of us are ready or are prepared to have this situation. Thank you.
Any other? Yeah.
Again, I wanted to mention that there's a worry that if this is claimed with only a few seconds left on the clock, the time it takes to change the clock would unduly affect the thinking time of the opponent and the other player. He would want an amendment to say that less than 2 minutes but more than a minute, so that this is not happening with 1-2 seconds to go on the clock. It's very, it makes the the game very difficult, makes the arbiter's job very difficult.
No, it's quite annoying also for the opponent, you know.
Absolutely.
If 5 seconds, somebody starts
Yeah,
to play.
I think there should be at least a minute left on the clock.
Okay. Well,
I think that the proposal is good, that you can such plays end by on the board and not by the decision of an arbiter. But this mode is used in many low-level tournaments where the arbiter is, there maybe is no real arbiter, and or the arbiter is unable to change a clock. And that's a good idea. I have no time, and I say, arbiter, whoever it may be, please change the clock here, Article 10b, 10.2, new. He says, I'm not able. It takes a quarter of an hour, and I can think about my position. So, my proposal was, I wrote it to you, the rules of a competition may specify that a player having the move and so on.
So you're agreeing with
You see,
Yeah.
it says if possible.
Yes. Possible means you have a clock. It possible means not that
No, if
the arbiter is
possible.
unable.
No, that we consider every possibility by saying if possible. One of them is that the
the absence of order.
One of the possibilities is that the arbiter decides that this is impossible because of the time skip. That's another reason.
Our friend from Finland.
Yeah, Jonny Finland. The text only says that he may request, but nothing about the arbiter. We should add that the arbiter must decide on if it's allowed to.
Possible.
I feel very ambiguous because the player could have all kind of tactical reasons, as mentioned there. Oh, sorry, I only have 50 seconds. Let's go and make that switch to game time. So proposals like that the tournament regulations may provide it, and not put this decision on the player, because there might be completely other reasons to make that request than the position on the board or trying to defend or win this.
Sure.
Although I've found that that probably also applies to 10.2 as it currently exists, where players make these claims as well just to stop the game and to sort of disturb the sort of their opponent. So it happens anyway.
10.2 is not. Well, let's say that's an article which gives a lot of controversy. I think this would only accumulate there. I'd rather have it in the tournament regulations so it's clear and the arbiter decides or not.
Carol.
In the United States, it's been used for years, but the way it's used there is if a player claims 10.2, the arbiter then can put the clock on the game so that he doesn't have to make the decision on whether it should be a draw or not a draw.
Okay.
The players then play it out. The player doesn't request the clock. He claims 10.2, and if the arbiter, if it's quite obvious, then it's okay. But if the arbiter, it takes the pressure off the arbiter to make a decision on the game and interfering with the play of the game by making a decision on whether the game is a draw or not. He would say, okay, I can't decide. I'm going to change the clock so that you have an increment or a delay or whatever it is of several seconds. Play it out. Continue playing.
Mr. Brown.
But also in that, if a player requests that, it's like us in USA saying no losing chances. It is an offer of a draw, which the opponent can now claim. So it's, oh, you want extra time? This is an offer of a draw to me. Of course it is.
Sure.
But I don't see that there.
Oh, right.
No, as I said, you should also say, I want it because I want to win.
Mm-hmm. No, but
it's an offer of draw.
No, sorry.
No.
Just a question to the...
No. Wait a minute. Mr. Brown took to 9.1.
Okay.
Point 3 No, a claim of a draw
Okay.
under Article 9, or 10.3, and we have to add. in that
Okay,
case,
I didn't see that there then.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
went over it. Thank you.
Sean and then Mr. Boyd.
Just a question to those that organise USCF tournaments. How has this rule worked in practice? Has it been successful?
Excellent.